Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, before we get to Irene, we have thunderstorms to deal with. Completely separate weather system. Had one storm come through the Providence metro area a little while ago. It has since weakened across Bristol and Plymouth County, but a more solid line of showers and thunderstorms have the lightning tracker turned on. This is all moving off to the south and the east, so approaching northern Rhode Island first, northeastern Connecticut, and then southeastern Massachusetts later on. Some gusty wind, heavy downpours, and a lot of cloud to ground lightning. This should be offshore and out of here by early tomorrow morning. Impacts likely in New England with Hurricane Irene. I've been looking at new information here in the Weather Center all night long and just continue to get more and more concerned, that this is the real deal headed our way. Now, the magnitude of the impacts, remains uncertain as far as the amounts of rain, the speeds of the winds, and the amount of storm surge. In other words, water coming on the coastline. But we feel as though the storm is not going to turn out to sea. In fact, it makes its closest pass here on Sunday, and getting more and more confident that these impacts may very well be significant, especially come Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. So, especially if you live along the coastline, you have to be very vigilant next couple of days with the forecast, and if told to evacuate, then do so. That has not been settled yet, but that is something that I'm sure the EMA people will be looking into in the next 24 hours, but nothing has been said yet. Category 3 hurricane. As it approaches New England, though, it'll weaken to a Category 2 and Category 1, which obviously is better news than a 3 or a 4, but it is a hurricane, and these winds are not gusts, they are sustained winds. So that is still a healthy storm system that'll be headed our way on Sunday. In fact, speaking of healthy, unfortunately, this storm getting stronger. Even though the top winds are 115, it looks better organized on the satellite photo. So I'd imagine overnight tomorrow morning, we'll have winds that'll be slightly higher off the coast of Florida. And the one thing I've noticed that has changed is the width of the storm, the size. It's covering more surface area. We have weather buoys that are floating around in the ocean that take ocean temperature. Water temperatures ahead of the storm at 85 degrees as it gets ready to pass over the Gulf Stream. This will add some fuel to the storm, and one reason why it may be getting a little stronger. Look at the envelope of wind, how large it is. Orange area represents tropical storm force winds. The darker red are where the hurricane force winds are located. And the other thing that's changed since the last advisory, it's no longer moving northwest, but now due north at 12 miles per hour. So it's essentially on a beeline for the Outer Banks of North Carolina by Saturday. This is the brand new forecast track that's come down from the National Hurricane Center. Category 3 off the Carolina coastline, Saturday morning, 8 a.m., winds of 120. Saturday evening, winds of 105 as it gets near the Virginias and the Chesapeake Bay. It continues to move up to the north off the New Jersey coastline, arriving here Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening as a Category 1 storm. It puts us on the right-hand side of the storm. That is the windiest part. We have to watch to see if whether or not this tries to jog a little further to the right, say passing over the Twin Forks of Long Island and westerly. If that were to happen, it would be a more serious situation. So just a slight shift of 70 miles is going to make a huge difference as far as wind and storm surge. Other computer models, which are represented with different colors, are all honing in on New England, so confidence is growing that this will be a significant impact on Sunday. Right side, left side, it makes a huge difference what side of the hurricane that you're on. On the right-hand side, it tends to be the stronger onshore winds and the stronger storm surge. Left-hand side usually has the real heavy torrential and flooding rains. I mean, it's still windy on the left-hand side. It's just not as strong as what you get on the upper right-hand quadrant. The other thing you have to be concerned with in the upper right quadrant of an approaching hurricane, you can sometimes get tornadoes. So it wouldn't surprise me if on Sunday a tornado watch is issued. So the potential impacts on Sunday, large waves and swells. A tornado watch may need to be issued. Hurricane force, at least wind gusts, coastal flooding, that's what we call the storm surge, widespread power outages, tree limbs and power lines coming down more than likely. So the timeline here, some scattered showers on Saturday in advance of the storm. That's not really a big deal in itself. However, it really goes downhill Sunday morning and especially Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. Improving weather tomorrow morning, developing sunshine tomorrow afternoon. The showers coming to an end. Scattered showers on Saturday, and then the real deal arriving here on Sunday with rain and wind and the storm surge. Also, rip currents are a high risk at area beaches next couple of days.